Dennis.
Get locked in.
Dennis, thank you for joining us for episode 6. You almost missed it.
Y'all are lucky I didn't fall asleep because I was sitting. I got one. I was sitting outside and I'm like, man, I could feel my eyes start getting heavy. We're watching the new Planet of the Apes. Boring as fuck.
You were sitting on the porch?
Oh shit.
There's like 17 of them.
Yeah. Oh, it was so slow.
They're gory as fuck too. Some of them.
This one was not bad, but there was like, it wasn't like humans versus the apes like it used to be. It's just straight up like ape versus ape.
Did you not see my text this morning? When I said, is everybody good for tonight?
I thought we talked about it yesterday.
Well, I think me, you, and Tony did, but Dennis wasn't here. That's why I was texting everybody. But the last podcast we did, I said the same thing, and you never responded either, but then you showed up. So I just was...
It's fine.
I assumed the same thing. I'm like, oh, he's seen it, and he was just busy.
Yeah. If I fall asleep, just call Lauren.
Dude, I almost fell asleep too, though, putting the kids down.
It's a dangerous...
It's not good.
Slippery slope.
Oh, yeah.
Did you tell Cassie you had to go to work?
Yeah.
This is work. This is your side work.
Side job.
Side hustle.
It's a media.
Yeah.
Brolay Media Company.
No,
Need
but
to start it.
a lot of
Need some write-offs.
a lot of the like popular pick guys, they put out everything in newsletters.
Newsletters. What's this, 1999?
So like Joe Holka, I subscribe to his newsletter, and he sends the picks out at the beginning of each week.
Is that why you've been winning so much?
No, I haven't followed. I've like
So you didn't follow it.
no.
I'll tell you what.
Maybe
that,
you subscribe, but you don't follow
that
the picks.
Locks Cash and Sports or whatever on Instagram. I always forward you all that shit. As far as NFL goes, that dude is sharp. He is never. I don't think if I followed him, he's ever had a losing week. Maybe like 2-1.
Harry Locks, I think, is who you're referring to.
No, it's Locks Cash and Sports.
Yeah, he sent one today.
Yeah, but what's the guy's name?
I don't know. He doesn't look like a Harry though.
Harry.
Yeah, no, I've gotten a couple picks from him, but he puts them out so early that the odds are so
Sometimes they change.
so dumb,
Yeah.
and then they change to where they're not. If you don't do it like right when he puts it out, they change quick.
Yeah, it's like the stock market. If you're not on it,
Yeah.
you could miss the boat and lose by the hook.
But see, when
I also don't check my fucking personal email. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
I honestly forgot that
The people that are actually like subscribing like you, when they send the picks out, they put them in. That's why the line changes. So if you don't put
Well,
it in,
I know, but I've gotten some of. I took some of my picks from them.
Did they win?
I took last night's from them, but it obviously didn't fucking hit.
Yours did hit last
yours
night.
hit last night. You had
I thought
Debo.
I had Debo.
You did.
I thought I
Debo
had
for-
77.
You have
No, you have 40 yards.
40. Oh, okay.
oh
He
my
doesn't
God.
even know when he wins.
If somebody's paying for them to say Debo's going to get over 40
No,
yards,
no,
like,
no.
that's fucking theft.
Yeah, that's.
No, I
He probably said 100 yards. He was like, all right, let me make it up.
no,
40.
I put that back down.
That's what I would do.
I
You would.
I would definitely do
I
that.
wasn't going to say anything, but we were a little hard on you last time.
those were alt odds. I did not. That was alt rushing. It was like he had him at like 80. No, 60. It was like 67 is what he had him at, and I took it down to 40.
Yeah, play it safe.
Well, I will say, after doing the spreadsheet, you're 4 for 8, so you're 50-50.
Hey,
What am
4
I?
for 8.
What am I? I got to be right around there.
We should talk
Might
about
be
this.
me and you were at 6 and Mike was at 5.
Damn, I've had 6.
well done.
We should talk about it on the thing when we're recording.
That's
We are recording.
Yeah, we're recording.
Oh, okay.
We'll talk about it again.
I think
Episode 6, baby.
We live.
episode 6, we are back in action. Week 1 NFL, week 2 college football. It was a very good weekend.
There was
Not
a
for the
lot of
Parlays,
games.
but
a lot of games.
Just
I
in
feel
general.
tired, just exhausted from just sweating out so many bets.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel pretty fucking depressed
well,
because I felt like I didn't hit anything.
my-
I didn't. so.
my count's up, so I don't feel depressed.
I feel like I won a lot, but I also lost some. But it was a net positive week for me, which is good.
Yeah, this is a gambler's mindset right here. I'm up a good amount, but I'm thinking about those big ones that I lost.
Same. I feel like
Because that could have been real. I could have been up a whole lot more.
I agree. It was a good weekend. It could have been great.
yeah,
B. John screwed me.
It's like doubling down on blackjack. You got to win those hands.
Oh,
and
got to.
I lost
Yeah,
them,
yeah.
but I survived somehow.
I feel like I'm following the Dan Bilzerian
God.
road.
Judge struck out. You mother.
He's
If I'm not winning, 1 million, I'd rather lose 2 million. Or whatever he says.
This is not financial advice.
Is that what he said?
I don't think that's what he said.
Yeah, no, he said he would rather lose 2 million. Oh, no, I had it back. He said, I would rather lose 2 million than win 1 million.
That's the same thing. You just said said it backwards.
Well, that's how I feel. See, I'm all fucked up. That's how I feel.
Again, this is not financial advice, guys.
I'll just take another sip of wine.
I think we
Is it good?
owe somebody some praise. Mr. Tony hit a
Thank you.
parlay.
Oh,
Thank
that
you,
was a
thank you,
big
thank
one
you.
too. I didn't
was.
realize it. Like
Ooh.
You
that
know,
was a lot of legs.
It's one of the. It was only 8, but it was
Only
2.
8?
It was
Yeah.
2, but it was 2 from each game though.
That's hard.
Not necessarily because it's.
Okay, let me
it's-
see you do it again
No,
next
but
week.
no, but if you think about it,
He's
it's only
trying it
2
right now.
It's only 2 picks from each game, so that would just be like me straight betting it. But yes, it is a lot when you parlay them all together because you do need all of them to hit.
Yeah, you gotta go 8-0. That's
But again,
fucking hard.
if I'm just straight betting one game and I just do 2 picks, then it's really not asking a lot. The biggest things are the touchdowns. So once the touchdowns hit, the rest of the legs were very easy to hit. Besides, I mean, we were sweating out Stroud getting 225. I honestly thought I was going to die on 3 yards.
That was so sketchy.
dude, there was only like a couple of quarterbacks that threw for over 200 yards. This week.
yeah.
Passing yards was down across the entire league
Yeah.
this weekend. So
I don't know
the
why.
only one-
keep that in mind moving forward.
Baker
I mean,
Mayfield, baby.
Could be a one-off, but I mean,
He was also playing the Commanders' defense, which is always terrible.
Their secondary is just trash, and they just, I mean, they
they
get
put
so
up-
many opportunities. Their offense just gave the ball back to the Bucks.
Dude, they put up 14 in like the last. It was like they weren't. It was like the Commanders weren't even out there anymore.
Well, here's the thing. As a Commanders fan, I don't expect the offense to be very productive. We haven't been in years. There's never a such thing as the Commanders putting up 30 points. I can't even think about a game where we put up average 30 points. Our defense, on the other hand, is what gives us up our games all the time because we always play to the level of competition on every single game. Besides this week, obviously week 1, we just look flat as can be. We could get nothing started.
I will say our field goal kicker missed 2
Yeah.
easy field goals.
He's gone.
At that point, it would have been 20-16 had he have made that second field goal. So all the momentum was just sucked right out of the defense at that point. So,
yeah,
you know, momentum's everything in the NFL.
They were on the field a lot too.
they cut him, so they've already signed.
They
a new
already
kicker.
cut him.
Yeah, they kind of.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, poor guy.
Tough job.
Tough week.
Don't worry. The next guy in line is probably going to be cut before the end of the season too.
Same.
No, the funniest part is the next team he goes to, he's gonna be a Pro Bowler.
Probably.
Probably.
That's typically how it works too. Yep.
I love watching McAfee's field goal deal on game day.
Oh, he crushed that dude
I
this
know.
week.
Oh,
I feel bad for that kid.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He was
That was a
talking
waste of
mad
time.
Shit.
Yeah.
He's like, kickers aren't athletes. It's like what the fuck,
Kicker.
man?
And then he went in and when he further was like, punters aren't athletes either.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to lose another $50K. He said that's his money.
That kid wasn't even close.
No. The guy made it.
That's
the
pennies
week
to him,
before that though. The guy hit for $35K.
Those are just write-offs for
The week
him.
before. Yeah. Donations.
Charity,
Yeah.
paying for some kid's school.
How much would you have just to be able to donate $50K?
Couple mil. Just sitting in a bank account.
No, I need more than that.
Are you saying to put 50,000 on the line every single week?
Well,
Yeah.
he's probably not doing that.
They don't hit it very often.
No. It's an insurance policy.
No. He came out and he said that's his cash that he's putting up.
Oh.
He's
Well,
like,
how many? They pick the most least athletic people every single time.
That dude this week was not
Yeah. He's like,
not the guy.
I think I've got strong legs. I could squat 450
yeah.
pounds or something like that. And I'm like, oh,
Hey,
wow.
I don't even see how that kid was not big.
No, he was like,
no
no.
way he was squatting 450.
That maybe.
Granted, I probably couldn't do that either, but
Definitely not.
speaking of college football, we had a Brolay go out. It was a loser. But we had another Brolay we put out that we didn't post, but we did it because it was a long shot money line underdog, which we just doing for fun. Damn if that didn't hit.
We should do it again
Run
this
through
week.
That was ridiculous. Because I was at work and y'all said pick the Brolay or whatever for college football. and I'm like, man, I haven't even looked at this shit yet.
Tony doesn't know college football that good yet.
I don't honestly. I don't really follow college football that much. I follow Alabama, and that's pretty much it. And then Colorado, obviously, since Prime went there. But
Yeah, but if you start betting, you will start following it.
well, I understand that, but
You'll
like
know everything.
Yeah, you'll know
I will say, you guys, especially between you and Dennis, y'all are better on like looking at spreads and like how money moves and stuff like that. Y'all are better at reading that. I have zero fucking clue how
That takes
y'all do that.
That takes years of losing.
Well,
Bingo.
I understand that, but at the same time, like that doesn't make me want to look at college football any more than what I do now. I just kind of go with what I'm feeling. I went with Alabama for the Brolay, but I even said like I didn't think Alabama was really going to do anything.
Yeah,
that's
so-
why I faded them down so much.
Yeah. The Brolay was Illinois plus 4.5, Alabama alt spread minus 23.5, which hit. That Illinois hit. South Carolina plus 8.5 hit.
Oh, they won outright, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
they did.
they did.
by about
that was a
20.
good pick.
Yeah, yeah. And then
That was Illinois won outright too by 6.
True.
So me and you, ours were no sweats.
yeah, the one that was probably the
His was
worst
sweaty, but it cashed.
Yeah,
Yeah, Alabama started slow.
really slow.
And then Iowa State, Iowa under 35.5, which
That was yours.
yeah,
I
which
feel
I had to pick out of the jar.
You did.
I feel somewhat responsible for Jacob picking that play because he did say to me he was leaning Iowa State money line, which would have won.
Yeah.
But I think you were indecisive, and I threw out the unders. The under in that game is hitting 17 of the last 19. So then that was on his mind, but he had Iowa State money line, and I'm like Jacob, I'm putting it in. What are you going with? And he said under. So
Trust your gut.
I'm just more nervous at betting unders that I just never do it.
It's just not fun.
It's
not fun at all.
I'd rather bet on a game where I know that they're going to score a lot or want them to score a lot of points because then I know everything else is hitting on the back end as well.
Unders are so damn stressful.
Look, when I
bet they cash.
Even when y'all said the under on Aaron Rodgers passing yards, I was like, oh, man, I mean, that's tough. I do agree with the video that got sent to us talking about Kirk Cousins and his injury and coming back and his performance and stuff. But then I'm like, but it's Aaron Rodgers. Like, he can still come out here and fucking sling it, man.
But that's the thing with the NFL. I've been saying it all along. If you don't hate your bet when you put it in, you're not going to win. If it looks too easy, that's a trap.
Yeah.
Look, I don't like betting unders either. I bet one on Saturday night. It was a 9 or 10 o'clock game. I put it in and I went to sleep. Didn't watch.
That's what you got to do. Yeah, you can't watch it.
I just woke up and it won.
Yeah, that's.
But I mean, can you imagine going to like the sports book and betting on an under, and you're just sitting there like, "Don't score, please, don't score." Like that is so boring.
While everybody else has like
Has the
whole
over.
leg of shit, and they need all these points.
Touchdowns.
No, if you're going to watch games, you got to take the over.
Yeah.
It's just you just sacrifice the money.
It's the over or
Nothing.
You don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nothing. Or you bet the under and go to sleep. Look,
Just don't watch
Go
it.
play blackjack.
I was searching for something to appeal to me for a late night play, and I followed the money. I mean, the more bets were on the over, but the most money was on the under. So the total had dropped, I think, like 1.5. So I just hammered the under and went to sleep.
Yeah, that's something to look at too. If you're on the fence with a bet, just look at where the money is. If a majority of the public is on one side, but all the money's on the other side, then that's where the sharp money is. And
So where
it's
do
still
you
not guaranteed to hit.
Where do you look at that?
I'll show you.
Okay.
There's
The only thing I look at, like I do like how on DraftKings, underneath that game, it pulls up the line. So it'll tell you like 5% is on money line for this team.
That's just DraftKings.
I understand that, but like it kind of gives me a good idea and like what y'all are talking about. I just don't know how to or where to look or what you guys use to look at that.
I
stuff.
use scores and odds.
Yeah, I have a Discord that you can search all that stuff.
Just send me that. Is it like a website?
Yeah, so I got to
just send me the website.
Well, I'll walk you through it one time and show you where to look for the data that I use, because there's only a few things you really need to look at, but there's a bunch of numbers all over it. So it can be kind of overwhelming the first time you look at it. But like I said, Dennis, years of losing, you learn tips and tricks on.
It helps you identify traps too.
Yeah,
which is
100%.
what you want to avoid.
100%.
If the line looks weird, Bet the side that it looks weird on. Like
Yeah.
even Illinois, the game
100%.
It was Illinois versus Kansas, right? And Kansas was ranked.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they were barely getting any points, and they were at home. So anytime a line looks fishy, take the side that looks fishy. Because 9 times out of 10, not 9 times out of 10, but let's say 6 out of 10, that bet's going to hit, and that's profitability at that point.
Well, there are some times when the line is screaming, take the home dog, but if the line's not moving, then I would be weary on taking it. Just Miami, Florida example, week 1 college football, or week 1. We were all over Florida. Miami smoked them.
Yeah.
And they were on the road. I think they were laying 2.5, but the line didn't move at all, which was when everybody was screaming, Florida, take the home dog.
College, I feel like you can get away with road favorites, but the NFL is a little bit tougher
Yeah.
for sure.
So that's what I look at. I mean, I'm looking at where the total number of bets, where's the total number of dollars, and situational spots, travel, things like that. And then, pretty much it.
Yeah, I go initial lean.
Yeah, I wanna have to
then
get a
look at the
tutorial on
stats. Initial lean, look at the stats. If they match, and both of them are like, okay, that's where the money should be.
Yeah, I have a Discord where you can search any team and it'll show you the money and where the majority of the bets are.
Another thing with college too, you have to do is you have to look at the schedule. So, for example, if Alabama's playing Georgia the following week when they're playing a nobody like a Murray State or something, they're gonna lay low. They're not gonna push because they're focusing on Georgia a week out. So if the line's minus 48.5, don't just think, oh, Bama's going to roll them, because there's no motivation there. They're just they're trying to get through that game because they're already game planning for Georgia when they're playing a no-name school. That's a fact.
Yeah, they're trying to get through it
Just
healthy
get the win
and get out of there.
So you need to look ahead at who their next opponents are coming up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So just little tips and tricks like that.
Getting back to our dog bet though, that was ridiculous.
That was
Because
The odds of
that
hitting
was
so
like
fun to none.
that was like because we were all in discussion about like what we want to do, how we're going to do like the Brolay bets and stuff like that.
I love how you picked yours.
Oh yeah, I tell you. So pull up the bet slip, because the teams they were fairly like, I wouldn't say even, because obviously they were the underdog, but it wasn't like a lot of them weren't like too heavy on being the underdog. I think there was maybe one.
Well,
What was it?
I just want to make this. Yeah, I want to make this clear. Dennis's pick an Army on the bet slip. It's actually minus 110. That's because they were getting sharp action.
Yeah.
An hour before kickoff. Like the sharps were everybody was loading up on Army with money, so the line actually was dropping quickly. So by the time I put it in, it was minus 110. But it was an underdog. They were at +2, I think.
When you put it in, I looked at it. They were both at minus 110.
That's crazy.
So they were kind of even.
They were getting 3.
Yeah. So when I put it in, they were at 2. They were at +2, but the money line was minus 110. What does that say?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, but I mean, Army rolled, Syracuse rolled. I mean,
Syracuse almost gave it away.
they did. I mean, they did get close at the end, but I mean, it was pretty much a no sweat the whole game for both of us. And then I'm like, oh, all right. Well, we know Maryland's going to melt, so and that came down to a final field goal.
Yeah.
And then when it was
So
all,
we had Army.
We had Army money line, which was Dennis. Syracuse money line, which Michael picked. Michigan State money line, I picked, and ECU money line.
Jacobs was
Yeah,
the
when
biggest favorite.
y'all were
biggest
telling me
underdog,
this,
too.
I'm scrolling through, and I think I liked the Syracuse one. That was the one I was looking at, and you said it. I'm like, well, shit, I guess I got to look for another one that's plus something. So I'm like scrolling down, I see ECU, and I'm like, huh, I love partying there. So I'm just going to go with that. And that's what I told you. I was like, I know nothing about ECU football. Like, I have a buddy that I went to school with. My buddy T. Reed, his son goes to ECU, and he's like a lineman or something like that. So I was like, that's really the only thing I know about like following ECU football, is like seeing that stuff on their Facebook. So, but I was like, I've partied in ECU. handful of times. I
mean,
love it.
more do you
I'm just
need?
going to ride it with them.
Sounds good to me, bro.
And
Does
then-
anybody
and it was
really
funny.
follow ECU anyway?
That was the biggest tingle play I've ever
It
heard.
was funny because it was the last leg. So I'm like, now I'm sweating because I'm already
pressure.
busting Michael's balls over here about picking his Brolay that didn't hit. And I'm like, oh man, I am going to hear it if ECU does not hit. I'm the last damn leg. And I'm like, oh, fucking, I'm riding it, baby.
How about the
Tenacious T-Dub came through.
Coastal Carolina Chanticleers 2-0 and 2-0 against the spread. Good
Wax.
teams win, great teams cover. But I feel like this week they're 18.5-point favorites. I feel like it's a fade spot.
What did they score last week? What was their total?
In the 40s, I think. Yeah.
So they've scored in the 40s 2 games in a row.
I think
was
it was
this?
44-21 or something like that, or 40-21.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's a fade spot.
It's a fade
Hey, this
spot.
is not financial advice. We don't know anything.
No,
This
definitely
is
not
just,
financial
this is just
advice.
where our head is.
This is just four friends talking sports.
Yeah.
Trying to make a little bit of money.
Notre Dame looked terrible. They let me down. I had them
Oh my
on a
god,
straight bet.
they let the nation down.
Yeah.
What other big team? What other ranked team lost? Well, Michigan went down, but I didn't think Michigan was really going to.
Gosh, dude.
Dennis, we got to
They
talk
look-
about that, dude.
They looked real bad.
Because I said something to you. I said Texas should blow the doors off, but now it's gone from 2.5 to 6.5, and you said that might be the time to take Michigan.
I got him at 7. I was like, it was a free play or something. It was something, a 50% bonus or something like that. So I was like, all right, I'll splash a little bit on it. And I just talked myself into Michigan.
Yeah.
I just thought they'd bounce back, play solid defense, and keep it close.
They're a different team right now.
Their offense is trash.
Yeah.
Their defense is not good enough to keep their bad offense in play.
I had Texas in a couple parlays, but I had them money line, and then I took them, I think, 4.5 on an alt spread. But because of you, I was afraid. You kind of talked me into it. Well, you're right. I mean, this could be a bounce back for Michigan, but I'm like, there's no way they're winning. Okay, they might keep it close, but there's no way they're beating Texas. And man, it was not even close. I actually lost on that garbage touchdown Michigan scored at the end of the game because I had the under 41 or something.
Yeah.
And I parlayed it with Texas, and that was a $1,000 hit that lost because of that garbage touchdown. So I mean, I still cashed on a couple other ones, which was fine. But
Penn State also looked like garbage too, starting out.
Oh, they almost lost.
They were losing
for a
to
long time.
Green, yeah.
Yeah.
They were playing behind
Bowling
all the
Green.
way until like last 5
Late
minutes or
fourth
something.
quarter,
Yeah.
hey, here's a sleeper team I've kind of watched the past 2 weeks that can score. Now their defense is sketchy, and they haven't really played anybody relatively good. I mean, they've played garbage schools, but Rutgers. Keep your eye on Rutgers.
UNLV too. UNLV has been winning against the spread for like 3 or 4 years in a row.
Really?
They got a great offense. Sneaky.
Didn't you put money on them this week?
Yeah, they were in my parlay with Army, Rutgers, and Texas.
UNLV plays Kansas this week, catching 7. The total is 58. I feel like the play is the over.
Kansas
As long as it
just
doesn't move.
Kansas just lost to unranked Illinois,
And they've got a Heisman candidate at quarterback,
and they're laying 7
laying 7.
to a hot UNLV team.
High UNLV team. They haven't played anybody yet, but
Interesting. I can't wait. I love college football season.
I do too.
I mean, football season in general is just the greatest time of year.
I like college. As far as betting on games, player props for the NFL is a blast, but gosh, betting college football is the best. You
Yeah.
wake up, college game day starts at 10. You've got a day full of just cool, crisp air, nice warm day, and college football.
I would love to go to a game day.
Where?
Doesn't really matter.
Just any college game?
Yeah. It just looks like so much fun.
Let's go down to ECU.
Let's go.
I don't think they're going to get
we'll be a
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get a
10.
game day. They'll have to be 10-0 to get a game day.
Maybe.
Oh, you're saying go
Fuck
to
it.
a
I mean,
game
look,
day. Yeah, okay.
Look
I
at like
got you,
the
I
West
got you.
Virginia one, dude. They had what's his name? Played his new song there. Machine Gun Kelly. I mean, that's
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
they
always have-
just do sick stuff. Dude.
Yeah.
I went to one in college. We went to USC, Alabama, in I think 2010, maybe. Who was the running back that got banged up his knee? He was a stud in college, though.
For where?
For USC.
Lattimore.
Lattimore.
Marshawn
That was the
Lattimore.
year that Alabama was ranked number 1, and USC was, I think Spurrier was the coach back then.
They beat 'em.
And they knocked him off. It was a wild night. That was 4 Loco time, too.
Dude,
USC, South
5
Carolina.
points was
South
popping.
Carolina.
South Carolina,
Yeah.
Gamecocks.
I think it'd be cool to go, but at the same time, like, I mean, I just thought about this because I did actually mention to you that we should go to one, but do you think we'll be too old?
Yes.
Because it's got all college kids.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
the
we
fuck-
would.
There's a lot of alumni that go to the big schools like
Is there?
USC. It was all alumni, and dude, I'm talking. They leave everything. They've got TVs out there, Yeti coolers. Like they just leave it and walk into the game.
That's-
Everybody just leaves their shit out. At least in South Carolina, they did.
Nice.
It was wild.
It's different down in South Carolina.
It's a little
though.
bit different.
Yeah,
And I
way
will say, I had a baseball coach. He had a funny ass slogan. He went to USC Gamecocks, and they used to always say at USC, like, "There's no Trojan big enough to hold our cocks."
That's good. I like it.
Sorry,
It was
Mom.
awesome. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to mom
Sorry,
listening.
Miss Donaldson. Just ruined your
they got
Friday
a-
night.
Mom's she's a loyal listener, man.
Yeah, she is.
Every time.
The USC's got a pretty big game this weekend. LSU.
They look good.
LSU -7.
We'll see how good they are, though,
Yeah.
this weekend.
I actually heard somebody was basically saying that who's the coach at USC again? Young
Riley. Lincoln Riley.
Lincoln Riley. They said now that Caleb Williams is gone,
They can-
they can actually run the Lincoln Riley style offense more
seen that.
effectively.
I seen that.
and it makes a lot of sense. I mean, they're clicking.
What is he like, more fast paced?
No, he just goes off script.
Yeah,
They
Caleb
say-
Williams just basically drops back and just kind of scrambles. He's like vintage Russell Wilson.
He goes off script too much, and it's not, like, first read, second read, third. It's
right. He's not running the offense as it's designed.
no. Which, speaking of Caleb Williams, God, he looks so terrible. And I seen a quote he put out, and when they came back, he said something like, "I'm used to being behind and coming back in big games," and I'm like, "Bruh,
We're like 7-5.
the defense got a pick 6 to win the game for
Yeah.
you. What are you talking about?"
The coach of the Titans was like, "We could have punted on 1st and 10 for the rest of the game and still won."
I saw that.
That's what he
that's the
said?
God's honest truth.
Yeah.
The coach said
That's
that?
what the coach said. At his post game
Well,
press
it's
conference.
because they were up 17-0.
Yeah, and they couldn't. The
Caleb
Bears couldn't
Williams,
move the ball to save their life.
They sucked. I mean, yeah. So
Wow. That's a pretty bold statement.
I think
It's like a slap in the face.
Jaden Daniels is going to be a way better pro than Caleb Williams, but
None of the rookies look good in week 1.
I mean, Jaden, we have no offensive line. Like, he just had pressure in his face the whole time. So, of course, like, he's got to scramble. You should definitely bet more yards on him. Would you have him for 25 in the one Brolay?
It was 25. Yeah,
For the-
originally
for the,
I liked
PM
it was 40,
4 PM
I
games?
think was like the -110 bet.
yeah, that was a lot.
That was all.
What do you end
got
up?
that in the
What do you
first
end up
try.
with? Like total?
88 or something
Jeez.
like that.
Yeah,
86,
so-
88.
Again, that was majority
They're
of our
gonna-
offense.
That line's going to be way different next week, though.
Yeah.
He didn't find one single receiver downfield, though, which
No.
is concerning. You can't tell me
Scary
not
Terry-
one person was open the entire game. to
Scary
move the ball
Terry
down the
did
field.
nothing.
No,
Well, I don't think he was looking. His eyes weren't downfield very.
that's a problem.
That's what I'm saying. He
well,
couldn't-
yeah. He's got quick feet when he's got them defensive linemen coming at him in the first NFL game. So, I mean, I thought he was okay, but Caleb Williams was trash.
I think that Eckler looked explosive. I think they got to figure out a way to get him the ball a little bit more.
Yeah, they didn't have him in early.
He ended up
What?
with 52
What are you
yards
doing?
receiving on 4 catches.
Terry did?
Yeah, no, Eckler.
Okay.
He was the leading receiver, and he wasn't playing anything at first.
No, second half. Garbage
Yeah, because
time.
still he only had 1 reception going into like the 3rd or 4th quarter or something like that. It might have been the 4th quarter
Yeah.
because I am for 2.5, and then as soon as I left, he got 1, and then when I was getting in bed, he got his 3rd one.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to figure out a way to get him the ball.
Yeah, how is your second string running back the leading receiver on your team? That is terrible. Oh, and by the way, the second leading receiver is your first string running back. That's bad. That is bad.
It's good for me. I got Eckler in fantasy. PPR league too.
Congrats on the dub this week.
Thank you.
That was tight.
It was 118 like 0.8 to 118.2.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
Fantasy,
tight.
yeah, that was.
And if what Deebo Samuel didn't get that rushing touchdown, if that was a passing touchdown, you have Purdy and Samuel, you would have beat me.
I saw Brandon at the
Purdy
soccer.
didn't have any passing touchdowns. Ayuk, did you see the one Ayuk dropped in the end zone?
Mm-mm.
Yes, I did.
So that would have won it for me.
That would have won it for me too on one of my parlays.
So
That would have been nice.
I mean, I was lucky to even be in it. To be honest with you, coming back from, I was down a large amount.
Yeah.
So
Once again, this is 2 years in a row. I took Justin Jefferson #1 overall last year. Puka Nacua this year late in the first round. Both my first round draft picks are going to go down.
on
2
IR,
years in a row.
that's see, Jacob, save yourself $200. You don't want to be in that league.
I'm fine with where I'm at.
No, you said you wanted to split it with Dennis.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah,
I'll
here's my
do that.
$100.
I'll
Yeah.
do that. I'll do it with
Oh,
somebody.
you lost the first week? Yeah, I'm not in.
No, I won. They're
Yeah,
good.
you did win.
I can afford another loss or two.
Hey.
Get healthy. Get healthy, boys. We're coming back.
Tony's want to know if you want to split with him.
Yeah, he's got. a
Yeah,
good
I
team.
saw Brandon at the soccer field for Sophia's first practice, and he came up. He was like, "Man, why'd you have to beat up on me the first week?" I said, "It wasn't even competition. I had it in the bag."
Did you say it while you were like towering over him? Like, yeah,
It was over before it started.
you say something.
Did you spit
I won all my
did you
fantasy
spit on
leagues
his
this,
feet
this
after?
week. The
That's
3 leagues I'm in, I won all 3 of
Hit
them.
a parlay 3-0 in fantasy.
Yeah, man.
That's a week, dude.
Yeah, I'm in the green, baby. I'm in the green.
T-Dub's weekend.
Hey,
man.
How do you feel about Dak?
They look good.
They look good,
They look-
dude. Deshaun Watson
Oh,
is so
dude.
bad. I heard a bunch of the NFL analysts are calling for Jameson Winston
did you
Yeah.
see that there was somebody else that came out with a report of him
Sexual assault.
sexual assault?
from 2020. Yeah, 2021.
I didn't know if that was real or not.
I didn't at first until I started, searching
Digging
on
into it.
Twitter and digging a little bit deeper on it. But yeah, it's just came out.
Oh,
So
that's real.
what's the situation going to be? I mean, if you had a reason to take him out because of his poor performance, you definitely have a reason to put his ass on
yeah.
the bench now because I don't think you want to go down that road
dude,
again.
How do you put him on the bench making $50 million a year?
They pulled Flacco off the couch last year, and the offense started scoring
Yeah.
insanely. I mean, Flacco looked like vintage Flacco
Mm-hmm.
up until that playoff game. And Joku was getting like 100 yards receiving a game.
I think he's hurt too. He went out.
He
of the
is.
game.
Yeah, he's hurt.
That's tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long season for the Browns if they stick with Deshaun Watson.
I
Is
really
Flacco
wanted.
still there?
No, he's back home
No,
on the
he's
couch.
back home.
Oh, he's
chilling.
retired.
Yeah, he's chilling. He listened to the Brolay podcast.
He's
I've
actually
seen,
he's coming on next week.
What
I've
up?
seen,
What up, Joe Flacco?
What's his name? The big time
Flacco.
Yeah, that guy was calling for him to come back after the Ravens lost. They were like, I don't remember exactly, but he was calling for Flacco to come back. His video is funny as shit.
He's
Come back where
He's so funny.
and replace Lamar.
Yeah.
Get that.
He's like, you knew who wouldn't do that? Flacco, man.
Yeah. I know what guy you're talking about. He has some funny videos.
I can't remember his name.
Ravens would have lost by 50 if Flacco was the quarterback.
Within the Dallas game,
Joe.
within the Dallas game, I really wanted, what's his name, Brandon Aubrey.
Mhm.
I really wanted him to kick that 71-yard field goal.
Can he do that?
He kicked a 66-yarder, and that was like the record or tied the record. I don't know what it
The
was.
tie the record.
Tied the record, and he had at least 5 or 6 yards on it.
How do the Cowboys get some dude that can kick a 71-yard field goal? The Commanders can't find some dude that can kick a 40.
And I don't think he ever played football. Like it's
Soccer.
like, soccer,
Well,
and he just like tried out or something.
No, he played in the.
Did he play in college?
No, he played soccer professionally, and then he went to the CFL or the XFL or something for like a year, and then they pulled him out of that.
It was his first time like ever kicking a football, like professionally in that league.
I would
I'm sure
say
he's like
so.
kicking in his backyard. Or something.
Yeah,
They don't play that shit in London. Like that's soccer. That's football over there.
I mean, honestly, it's pretty smart.
I don't even know if he's from London. He might be
Get,
Australian or something.
I have no idea.
Get Ronaldo out there. Maybe I'll need Ronaldo.
Dude, any stud soccer player that just is, they could probably definitely come over and do that.
Yeah,
You gotta, I mean,
They
that
should've-
or
they
even
should've
punt
let
the
him-
ball.
They
yeah,
should
they're
have
missing out on money. Easy money.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not making that much money overseas,
Right.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to try
Well,
for the
and that's a
Commanders this week.
grind. They're
Or they
running-
need a kicker.
10, 15 miles a game. You come over here, make 2 kicks, you're a hero.
I mean, the guy on the replacements, they had the formula, the soccer player.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. You're right.
Ole,
That was a great
ole,
name, by the way.
ole, ole.
Cheers, bub.
Ole.
What was his name?
What was the quarterback's name? Falco?
Yeah, Falco.
Shane
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 Falco.
Falco.
What a movie.
Footsteps Falco.
John Wick to freaking Footsteps Falco.
That's a great movie. I fucking love that movie.
That was a good movie.
I've only seen it like 800 times.
What are the best football movies in your opinion? Top 5. Let's go around the room. Or we could just brainstorm.
I'm gonna have to think about that.
Any Given Sunday is good.
Any Given Sunday's good.
I've never seen it.
Friday Night Lights.
Varsity Blues.
Varsity Blues is probably the best football movie out there.
Varsity Blues is probably number one. I really can't think of that many. To be honest with you.
The Replacements.
What's the one with the school girls over here in Virginia with Denzel? Left side.
Oh,
Strong side.
Yeah.
Left side.
Remember the Titans?
Remember that?
Titans.
Was
That was
epic.
good,
That was,
yeah.
that was
That's probably-
just-
Yeah,
That's
I'm about to say
that's
that,
out there,
that
dude.
has to be number
Yeah.
one. I mean, I don't think we can go
that's tough.
Varsity Blues over.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
It's not a better. It's a great movie, but it's
Yeah.
not a better movie than.
Varsity Blues just has a lot of one-liners that you watch it one time. It's like that movie where you can just say any line in the movie. That's because it's funny and it's I don't know.
I'm taking Varsity.
And the timing when it came out,
Really?
too. Like we
Yeah.
were kids, like they were older than us, so like we were like, oh, that's gonna be us, when we're in high school.
I'm gonna be honest.
Miss Davis.
Remember the Titans is just depressing at the end. I don't like the ending.
The car accident.
Well, yeah.
And then because it's based on a true story too, right? So
Makes it a good movie.
it is a great movie, but yeah, I mean nobody dies. Remember the Titan? I mean in the Varsity Blues. So
Oh, he doesn't die.
Oh, how did we miss this one?
Friday Night Lights is great.
How did we
I don't
miss
think I've ever seen
Rudy?
Friday.
Rudy. All
Rudy's good, but I don't know. That's
Rudy.
right, let me think here. I'm gonna go Varsity Blues 1, number 2. Remember the Titans. Number 3, Replacements. Number 4. I'm probably gonna say Friday Night Lights.
I don't think I've
See,
seen.
I think Friday Night Lights is better. With Booby
we're forgetting one.
What
Oh,
about
Booby Miles. I have
Yeah,
seen that.
dude,
That was a
Friday
good
Night Lights
movie.
is-
We're
Friday
forgetting,
Night's
When
awesome.
Coach put Booby in.
Yeah, I think that's top.
we're forgetting
2.
an epic one, and you'll remember this from your childhood.
Oh,
Little Giants.
Little Giants?
Oh,
Yeah.
what about the Water Boy? Dude,
My mama said.
I bet you $50 Grieger and Wall throws a touchdown pass on the first play.
I didn't realize there was this many football.
Mama said you're wrong.
All right, look, I'm gonna have to.
We Are Marshall. That was a good one,
That's a
but
good
I
one.
wouldn't say it's top 5.
Oh, what's the one with
That's okay.
Wahlberg?
When
The
he was
Eagles.
yeah,
The Eagles one.
that was okay.
Invincible?
Invincible. Yeah,
That was a Disney movie.
That was
that's
all right.
I think that's based on a true story too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think Jeremy Bloom, wasn't it?
The Longest Yard when they were in the jail. Wasn't that when they were in the
That
Oh,
was,
yeah, yeah.
that was funny, but it's
Yeah.
definitely not on my top 5.
No.
What about Draft Day?
No.
That was okay. I don't think I
That one
finished
is
it.
cool.
They just dragged it out.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
just- it was so
it's a
slow.
cool. It's cool to see like
I like Costner.
that side of it.
Yeah.
Costner is the
He's the
fucking
man.
best. I can't wait for his new show to come out.
Yeah, the Epic Saga or whatever.
Yeah.
I think,
Oh,
I think it's called
Guys,
something
we're
like
missing one.
that. What?
Radio.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. I've never
What?
seen it.
You ever seen
No.
Radio?
What?
No.
That is good.
But the best Cuba Gooding Junior movie. I can't talk.
Try again.
you kind of sound like Radio there.
See?
Oh, we're missing another one. Jerry Maguire.
Oh, yeah.
That movie's
That was a good one. That
Man,
was-
that's
me the money.
man, that's an old school movie.
Shit, I grew up watching that movie.
Yeah.
yeah, that was good.
Yeah, and you're old.
I know. That movie came out like the 90s, early 90s, I think, or mid 90s.
Yeah, we were kids. Like
Who's-
little kids.
I got one question. Who's coming with
You come with me? You come with me?
me? Jan? Thank you, Jan. Or I don't think that was her name. But
Hey.
I like the little kid in that movie.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was cute. Yeah. He made a lot of money as a kid actor.
This
Yeah.
one
I wonder
entertainment.
who that is. I
There
wonder
is
who
some
he
random movies they have in here.
It's the same kid that was on 2.5 Men, I believe. Remember
Was
with Charlie Sheen?
No.
Was it a different guy?
Does anybody know Monday
Dude, that
Night,
kid would have been like
Monday Night
25
Mayhem?
on 2.5 Men.
Monday Night Mayhem? Have you ever heard of
I
it?
don't know.
Uh-uh.
They got this number 5 out of 25.
What?
Never even heard of it.
Never heard of it.
No. They got 25 football movies?
Have you ever heard of Concussion?
Nope.
Just
Oh,
came out.
is that the one with the-
Yeah,
that's
it
the one
just
with
came out. It came out in 2015.
Yeah. I never
They have that as number
I didn't-
3.
I didn't watch that one though.
They have Rudy as number 2 and Jerry Maguire as number 1.
You're right.
No
This
way.
is a-
That
this
is
is
the
a
worst
dumb
list.
list.
Dude. No fucking way.
This is a terrible list.
Those people are just paying.
Entertainment Weekly, yeah.
We got to make those pumpkin spice old fashions on the next show.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
That is a must.
'Cause those look
They
delicious.
looked banging. Lauren sent me one. It was a not a old fashioned. She sent me a toasted marshmallow espresso martini.
Ooh.
Oh my god!
We could do that.
I have to try that.
Yeah,
Have to try that.
You being the
But it had I
martini
believe it had a bourbon in it instead of the vodka. It had a bourbon in an espresso. Dude, it looked good.
I don't think I want
That's
to do
your
that
cue.
on a 9:30 podcast on a Tuesday night. We got to work in the morning. It's probably a tough look. The espresso, but you said you can drink espresso and go to sleep.
Oh yeah, we drink espresso all the time at work.
I can do, yeah.
I'll be up until freaking Monday of the following.
No,
week.
I'm not saying I'm drinking them on the podcast.
Yeah,
I'm
we gotta
just
make
like
them.
one night, Friday or Saturday night or Sunday.
This helps me go to sleep after.
Oh yeah, duh.
Well, yeah,
For sure.
Yeah, I had green spot the last 5, and I got Glenlivet 15.
Glenn Levitt. Give me that Glenn. You're so proper.
Fancy
We
as
need
fuck
to
on
do-
the podcast.
I admit we need to have a whiskey.
I will have your finest Glenn Levitt.
Glenlivet.
Oh, you mean the Glen Livet? You got that right here, bud.
I thought, is that not how it's pronounced?
I don't know.
You guys,
I think you pronounced it right. Yes,
you guys need to leave Jacob alone.
We need to have another whiskey night. We need to get the
We
whiskey
do.
club on board.
Yeah, it's been a long
Hey,
time.
remember earlier when I texted all y'all and I was like, "Hey, send me all your winning plays from the weekend." And Jacob never texted me back.
no, he did. He had
left
one.
you on
red.
sent it.
He had
I
one.
sent it.
Yeah, yeah, Jacob. Yeah, one
Fucking
big win. Dude.
Leaving me hanging, dude. A win is a win, dude.
He left me on red.
I feel like I'm 0 for 30 right now. So you could have gave me a little bit of love. All right.
I'm just messing with you. I love you.
Sorry.
Hey, you're about to.
Hey,
get
this
hot.
Glenlivet is good though.
You're about
I'd
to
rate
get
it
hot.
a 4.2.
I don't.
And the
did we
green
have
spot's
that
a
one in the whiskey
solid
club?
4.2 out of 5.
I do. I love this scotch.
Did we have that one in the
right there.
whiskey club? Did we have it though? Have we tried that one before?
Yeah, I think that's where it came from.
I don't remember it. We drank some.
Maybe we should do a Brolay podcast special edition with the Whiskey Club, and then we can just kind of get on the mic and
Oh, I like
speak
it.
about.
Well,
like
so for those of you who don't know, us and a couple other people are in a whiskey club that we were getting together like every month.
Yeah, once
We haven't done it in a while, but we would put up some money, get 3 or 4 whiskeys with the money or scotch or whatever we
what
decide.
we all put in $40, $40 a person.
Four-
What
I
was
don't
it?
even think it was
Yeah,
that much.
No, I think it was
$30 bucks.
30 or
30 bucks.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
we nixed that so we could do the Brolay every day. So
Well, no, we
Can't
can
afford it.
still do that.
Well, I feel like what ruined the whiskey club is we were consistent for like 2 years. So you got to think like 3 to 4 bottles of whiskey, 24 months. That was a lot, but we would do big bottle months like every holiday or like, quarterly. And we'd all kick in $100 and we'd get like a bottle of, $1,200 bottle of liquor. We'd get like 3 nice bottles with all the money that we had. You get used to drinking that good stuff. That like even drinking like an $80 bottle of scotch or
Yeah, but still, there's some sleeper ones out there that Morgan would get, like $30 or $40 bottle, and it's money, like really good.
Yeah, true.
Like the big money bottles, of course, like you
they're
expect
so
them to be good, but there were also a couple of them where you're like, yeah, I wouldn't pay that much for this. Like I'm not. That would be cool to have it on my shelf because it's $400 or whatever it is,
right.
but I wouldn't drink it.
Yeah, that the Boss Hog, I didn't think that one was that great.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
I
that
didn't-
one.
I
I
didn't.
didn't think it was good.
Yeah,
Really?
that Balvenie 21.
Well, I mean, the
I think
18
was
was
the
all
best
right. 18
one.
was good.
Man, that Balvenie 21.
Balvenie was good.
What was that first one we had that one time? It was 21-year-old scotch.
Balvenie.
and You had to age it. You were supposed to let it like
Wasn't Balvenie.
air out for 21 minutes, and
Yeah,
it
it
tasted
was.
like birthday cake. That was one of the
Was
best
was
ones
that
I
when we
ever
were at
did.
the? Was that when we were at the clubhouse?
No, we were
No,
at Megan's
we were
house.
at Megan's house. Okay,
Yes.
so that
It
was
was like one of the first
that was
ones
the
we ever
first
did.
big bottle month we did.
Yeah, it was. That one was.
Because it was like right before Christmas we did
Yeah,
it.
that one was so good.
If I can find that picture.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite or co-favorite since we've been doing this club. And
What's
the
y'all's favorite type of whiskey? Like if you had to go like Scotch, bourbon, Irish.
Scotch?
Scotch, and I never would have told you this before. I've never drank Scotch until y'all had me come to
Same.
the whiskey nights.
Yeah, me neither.
And just thinking like Scotch, oh, that's just too like proper for me. Like I don't think I would like it. it surprised the shit out of me. Like it's very smooth. Like it would definitely be Scotch as my number one, and probably bourbon after that, because you can find some good bourbons that are
$40
cheap
all
and
day,
they
yeah.
hit smooth as hell.
That dude, the red breast.
Oh, see,
Yeah,
that's
the
what I was gonna.
the red breast.
For me, it's
Every
bourbon,
time.
then it's Irish, just because I love that red breast
Yeah.
12 so
Yeah.
much, and then it's Scotch.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're all close. I mean, it's not like it's big gap.
Ever since we started doing it, the thing I like to do is pick out a bonded bottle, and because they're dumb cheap, and then just try to find a good bonded
A budget
and-
bourbon.
I would pull up the list that Megan had on the Excel sheet. I would just pull that up when I'm in the liquor store, and I would just like look for something that I graded at least over a 4, because we did 4 out of 5 on the rating, and just see like what the prices are. Especially, I mean, Kenmore has a good selection. There's a place down in well, in fact, even in Prince Frederick, in the not the Foxtrot Shopping Center, but next to the Safeway, that liquor store, they have a solid like whiskey collection now, like on the racks and everything. But the one down in Lusby, next to the Giant, that one's pretty solid too. Where we did the wine, but not the wine taste. Where we did the whiskey tasting at, on the backside, Barrel 9. They're, I guess, co-owned or something with the liquor store.
Shout out to Barrel 9.
Yeah, that was a good night too. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, we can do a podcast from there. That'd be cool.
Yeah, those the Old Foresters, the birthday bottles.
Old Forester's like my
they're
favorite
Yes.
bourbon brand.
Yes.
They just put out another one this
Not
year.
only is
They're
it
so
good,
good.
but like the bottles look like clean and nice. Like
Yeah,
it's just
classic.
it's just awesome.
Feels like you're
yeah.
drinking whiskey in like 1920.
Yeah.
The bottle you were referring to is Glengoyne 21.
Glengoyne 21. That's
Because we had a Balvenie that night too, I thought.
if y'all can score a bottle
I
of
may
that
be thinking of
Glengoyne
different
21,
No, not that
treat
night.
yourself.
Not that night.
How much was that bottle? That did say?
$249.
That's not
That's
bad.
not bad. Yeah, that was.
Dude,
it was.
Here was the ratings for everybody: 4.7, 4.8, 5, 4.7, 4.99, 5.5, 4.9, 5.49.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Say,
like-
say we
It
liked
was
it.
good.
So
Yeah.
you let it air out for 21 minutes, and the taste was unreal from letting it air out to not letting
Oh,
it air
yeah,
out. Like it
it's
was
wild.
crazy different.
Totally different
Yeah.
whiskey.
Jeb won that bottle. Dennis, you won one that night too. The
That was probably the last time I won one.
Glenmorangie 18.
Oh, that's a good one too.
That's a good one.
That is a good, solid.
Nothing special about it, but it's just solid.
Solid.
Easy drinker.
It's a great $100 bottle.
Yeah, oh for sure. Scotch is not cheap. That is the thing with Scotch. Like, if you're a bourbon guy and you want to try experimenting into Scotches, like you're not going to find a good bottle of Scotch for.
I won that
40
Macallan
or 60
18,
bucks.
the sherry cask one,
Mm-hmm.
when we were over Travis's house. And y'all mugs, y'all drank the whole damn thing, man. Y'all left me with like 2 drinks, man.
That was good. Like that was probably my co-favorite. That bottle was $377, but the ratings on that weren't as good as the Glengoyne.
Oh no, the
I mean,
Glengoyne was special.
4.8,
I think it comes down-
4.6, 4.6, 4.85, 4.5, 4.7, 4.8, 4.8, 4.7, 4.9.
I think it comes down to it because it's like some people, the sherry cask, it adds a little bit more sweeter flavor. So maybe
Some people don't like that.
some people don't like that, but I like that.
I do too.
The other one that's kind of like that is the Derringer.
Yeah.
The Derringer has like the sherry oak or whatever. I can't remember the name of it.
Redbreast 12 is sherry oaked.
Really?
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like that.
I do too.
I like
Yeah, I
the
do
sherry
too.
oak finish on it.
I'll never. The first time I tried Scotch, this was years ago when we were house sitting for a guy who had everything all the good shit that we like now. And I tried it and I was like, oh, this is. So I mixed it with Coke.
I knew that was coming. I knew it.
Safe to say you never went back to drink whiskey at that guy's house again.
Yeah, so you got Jack Daniels from
we
here
were
out.
we were house sitting, so he probably. I probably shouldn't have fucking drank it.
Jacob mixed the bottle, $300 bottle.
Sees him in
Scotch.
his cameras. He's like throwing up on his vacation.
Hey, you know what is another good bourbon though? Blanton's. Blanton's is always a solid.
Solid, but I feel like it's overpriced.
It's overpriced.
Yeah.
Price. Yeah,
I see.
it is good though. It's
The only thing I would get Bland's for is just try to collect the
top.
tops.
The bottles are cool. Yeah.
I just it don't really do too much for me. I mean,
agree.
it's
I like the
good, but
Blanton's.
it's
You can get Old Forester for like $60. You can get 2
Yeah.
of those for one Bland's, and they're equally as good in my opinion.
yeah.
I like it all. It's all good.
Yeah.
I like all of them.
Same.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
like it the next day though. Those whiskey night hangovers. We used to
Because
do
you
them on
hang out till
weeknights.
fucking 4 o'clock in the morning.
Such them sugars, man. The sugars will get to you.
We do them on weeknights, and nobody would make it to work the next day. And we were like, all right, guys, we got to change this to like a Friday or Saturday night because I can't keep calling out sick.
Yeah, 'cause we were doing on Wednesday.
Because
We're on Wednesday,
drinking
Whiskey Wednesday.
all night.
I never called out sick after whiskey night, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, me either.
I think I did on like.
Let me
the
go
first-
back with Dennis every Wednesday.
This is starting to become a trend here, Mister.
It's like the first Wednesday of every month. Okay, Dennis was off on Thursday. Oh, okay, yeah, he was hungover, not sick.
Damn kids keep bringing the colds home from daycare.
Only on Wednesdays.
On
though.
Wednesdays.
Sorry.
Crazy.
Very
Sorry,
congested.
boss. Sorry. Kids can't go to daycare today.
I'm glad to see you didn't get fired, so that's good.
Yeah, about to.
Well,
Yeah. Anyway, we need to do a whiskey night. We need to hit everyone up and try to get something
But
set.
they're always down. Yeah. Look,
Yeah, I mean,
they're
they're
down.
definitely always
dude.
down, but
It's been hard to get everybody together.
yeah,
Especially now that like football season and sports and
Yeah.
cheerleading and all that. It's tough.
that's what I'm saying. We can do it on a Friday night. We can
Yeah, we
find a Friday night.
It's
You
got to be a
know?
weekend for sure.
Yeah.
well, we need.
Everybody's got 20 fucking kids now. I mean,
True.
Yeah, the schedules are already so packed, which is half the problem why it's so hard to book the whiskey night. But we need to figure out when we're going to do this Brolay dinner so I can get even, so we can move on to the next punishment. Because
Jacob, I'm totally down to trade punishments if you are.
Dennis and Jacob pulled their punishments from their Brolay losses over the weekend, and
so Dennis, what did
Boys
Dennis
wanna
lose
tell?
on? What was?
It was the Thursday night game.
someone didn't score right.
Dennis blamed it on me.
Josh Jacobs.
I didn't have enough time to think about it, so I was like, all right, I took some chalk, and it bit me.
And that's people listening. Don't just wing it, okay?
Yeah, you can't.
Put some thought into it.
You can't.
Although I didn't think it was a bad pick.
Because if you
No,
want
Josh Jacobs, anytime touchdown. Come on, man.
I drew out of the the bucket of doom or I don't know
Punishment jar.
Punishment jar, yeah.
and I have to run 30 yards while they shoot paintballs at me at 35 years
The
old.
funniest thing is, right before he pulled, he was asking. You said something. I said, "Yeah, there's a paintball punishment in there," and I told him what it was, and he's like, "I'm not doing that." I'm like,
And then he pulls it out. He's like, no fucking way.
Of course, that's life, isn't it?
So, and then I lost on the Iowa State under. And my punishment is to wax one armpit.
Dude, I will gladly trade with you.
I was
that is
pulling.
so easy.
I can tell, dude. I was pulling on my armpit hair.
You can't
earlier.
shave your armpit. You can't. You got to go just like you are right now. And let me actually see your armpit hair right now.
We're doing this one.
Let's see the armpit hair. Pull it out.
We need to see your armpit so
he
we
already
can
shaved it.
so we can
I
document
haven't
this.
shaved it. But we're doing this one for sure.
Why that one?
It's got less hair.
Is that?
I don't know why, but
Do you want to trade with Dennis?
I'm thinking about it.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
So
All right, let's see your armpit hair.
Do we get to wear a
That's
helmet?
Armpits.
so y'all said you're
Hold
not.
on, the paintball thing. Can we wear a
No, that's weak, dude. No, you can't change.
Let me-
He's got like a freaking landing strip on his armpit.
That's what I'm saying. I'll gladly do that.
Oh, Jacob, you definitely have.
Well, that's a
It's not that bad, dude.
Yeah, this one's way less than the other one.
So y'all aren't going to do yours until I buy you dinner.
yeah. But it's about accountability. This whole thing is about accountability.
I'll gladly do it. We just don't have time on the schedule.
Well, find time.
Well,
So-
I still have to line up getting the paintball guns too. So
Guns?
that
I thought we
And
were
I
just
need,
getting.
I need a fucking full suit full of armor.
I mean gun.
I'm not
No.
running down the thing with
You
my
can
fucking
wear-
jugular exposed.
You can wear a helmet.
I do think that's bullshit. That you said we're only doing one gun.
I mean,
Then who's going to shoot?
I think we should.
Well, y'all need to
I think we should
Rochambeau
let,
for it.
I think we should let Lauren shoot.
That would
That'd
be.
be-
I would
yeah.
never get hit. So
No
that
knock
works.
on Lauren, but
Yeah.
I think I would put myself or even Michael for that. That's probably shot a gun very rare.
Jacob shoots
Are you
guns all
seriously
the time.
picking you two?
No. I'm saying I would definitely pick you because you go hunting all the time.
Oh, he shoots moving ducks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aim small, miss small, baby.
Yeah. I mean, between me and Michael, we don't really shoot guns. We don't have our hunt license. I've shot guns before.
All right. So how about if I'll shoot at you and I'll let you wax my armpit.
Deal.
I was gonna let Cassidy do it because it's
Oh no, it's got to be the
to relieve
bullies.
some stress, but
This is content.
let's do it.
You're switching?
No,
Send her a
I'm
video.
shooting at Dennis.
Okay.
and he can wax my armpit.
I guess we're just
Look, just
chopping
aim
really.
below the shoulders. That's all I ask. If I get hit in the jugular and I'm seasoned,
Well, I
seasoned
you
out or
can
something,
wear a helmet because that I'm
I need
not
some
trying
neck
to get
protection.
you
It's
fucking.
not my fucking head. That thing's hard as a rock. It's my neck.
What if we do the person who lost the previous Brolay gets to kind of administer the punishment? So in the paintball case, it would be shooting the gun, and then once I shoot you, then you would be the one to wax him, and then he would be the one to do the next person.
I think the people that win should be the one to figure that piece out because you're like rewarding the people that lost.
Yeah, I think it would
Well, it's
have
not
to
a
come down.
reward. It's kind of just like
It should come down to the winners of it.
I agree.
and then we agree on
gotta
if
figure
it's something like that, then we would agree on who would
whatever.
do
It
it.
doesn't matter.
Have y'all ever had
He's getting
anything
shot.
waxed before?
I'm getting shot, but I'm also
no.
going to get a filet mignon and lobster tail before I get shot. So, touche.
If you're shooting me, okay, motherfucker, I'm dying
Yeah.
lobster. I'm
And
dying
what's your
filet.
most expensive bourbon? I need something to wash this down with.
Can I have the Glenlivet?
we do need to get that on the schedule though, because schedules fill up quick
Yeah,
We should just
in these households.
do a day and
And
it's still Friday.
That's actually a good day. We can knock all of them out in one day.
yeah.
Why don't we just do like a Friday? Can we pick a Friday? Y'all have Fridays?
I'm off every other Friday.
Okay, well,
Michael, it's about to be, it
what?
should be quiet for you soon.
Yeah, it's slowing down.
Yeah. Jacob, can you get sick? We'll just get you whiskey drunk on Thursday?
yeah, no. I can't.
If I work,
Jacob,
you
can
tell
you
me.
get sick? Wink, wink.
If y'all tell me ahead of time and I'm working, and that's the only day I can work, and I'm on my shift, I can try to find somebody to cover for me.
Can we come into your office and wax your armpit? Or would that be weird?
That would be even funnier.
That would be
That'd be a
fucking
little
hilarious.
fucking weird.
Yeah.
We just break in and we're wearing masks and shit. And we just fucking rip his shirt off and wax his armpit in front of all of his coworkers.
Who are these guys?
That would be so funny. Jacob just acts like he has no idea what's happening.
Like, what's going on, guys? Who are you? We're with the Brolay podcast.
We're here to wax
Get
his
on your
armpit.
knees and open your armpit.
That would be so funny. And just videotape all the reactions.
Where's your office at? Are y'all in like an actual office or like a trailer?
Trailer.
No, like
Respect on his name.
no, I'm saying like
Come on.
he works for like a construction company type of, you know.
Why don't you
Okay.
just say the
So
name of the
I-
company out loud, Tony? Jesus Christ.
I'm saying
No,
like,
kidding.
are you on the job
I'm
site?
No, I'm in office.
So you're in an actual office. Okay.
Yeah.
That was a legit question. What?
That was not a legit question.
That would be hilarious because it's like a shirt and tie office. So
Even Michael's shaking his head over there.
How it wasn't a legit question? You know what he does
Yeah, but I mean, to ask him if he lived in a trailer. You mean a trailer on site?
on site. That's
Oh,
what
okay.
I said that.
No, sorry. I'm hung up on trailer.
Jeez.
Tony,
Are you in the like in the city, or are you in the slums in the trailer park? I was not saying that.
It's like asking Tony, are you on the truck or are you at the big brick building where the alarms are?
Yeah, do y'all sleep on the truck or what?
Yeah, actually, kind of.
He sleep in the back where the bed is.
It's terrible to sleep on the truck. There's no comfortable spot.
that would be hilarious, though.
Spider crawling.
That would be so funny. We can't risk our livelihoods until this starts paying off. So start listening. Start subscribing.
If that were to happen to
some
me,
of them know because some of them, like I'm friends. I've been friends with them for a while, so they probably know about.
Hey,
they could be listeners.
Jacob's
They fucking-
coworkers DM me because we're gonna try to
Yeah.
line some up.
If you're in on this, let us know. Let's talk. Give us
if I had the waxing armpit and y'all said you show up to my work, oh, my guys would love that.
they'd hold you down and tie you up. Oh, yeah.
they would have me tied up in a chair or something like that, like ready to go.
Should
You want to trade?
we pull the
He doesn't have anything yet.
No,
your future?
I'll take my chances.
should we pull the punishment now for the next Burley loss?
No.
No, fuck
we'll
no.
do it.
Why are we already saying that we're going to lose?
Yeah. What?
We're winning out, dude.
He just jinxed us.
What a fucking buzz!
You should have to pull from the jar right now.
I
For just
know.
springing something.
All
up.
right,
Like,
so I guess we'll all just bet
We're
a
never
minus
gonna lose again.
$400 play next time.
I got to be able to tease something on this podcast. Hey guys, keep an eye out for our next
Yeah, we are.
loss.
We're teasing a bunch
No.
of fucking bullshit. Fucking.
Speaking of that,
punishments,
I
like-
do have something I want to add to that jar
Okay,
that I think will be funny.
what is it?
I'm not fucking telling you.
Why? I'll tell you everything that's in there.
I've seen some stuff, and I'm literally not forwarding them because I don't want to put them in because I don't want to do
The one I want to put in. It is not anything like you two are doing. It would be funny. It would suck for the one person.
What do you mean them two? So it would be funny if I do it?
No. I'm just saying, like on the level of theirs, like being shot with a paintball gun and waxing your armpit. It's nothing along that.
So no pain, no actual physical pain.
No pain.
Well, why is it a
besides
secret?
like besides like
I'm not gonna lie,
emotional
the
pain?
pain ones kind of suck. But
Yeah, I'm old, man. That's gonna be hurt like hell.
Well, would
Soft body now.
Would the paintballs hurt less than the 2-4-6-8 challenge that's in there?
No. Mm-mm. I would much rather get shot. I'd let y'all shoot me in the back 5 times.
That's what I'm saying.
Before I have to do that.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, I'd stand point blank and just take it like a man before I do that.
Do you know all of them that are in there?
oh, you know who I'm gonna ask to use it? You know who should we
Not
should
all
ask
of
to
them,
use their
but-
paintball gun?
Most.
Is
No.
Well, if you know most
No,
of them,
I know who you're gonna say. No.
yeah.
No.
Yes.
Hold on,
No.
say it again.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna
He's got that high speed shit.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna
what?
ask.
You only get 10 paintballs, so if you blow through them in the first, that's it.
10 paintballs is what we
That
get.
wasn't on the list. I want a whole hopper.
Who set the
We
limit?
agreed on that on Sunday.
Yeah, we did. We talked about it.
10
When
paintballs.
when he was whining about it.
So
What?
How many what do you think is fair?
Listen, he's
a
rolling.
whole fucking hopper.
Hell the fuck no.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No.
You're
No.
running.
No, listen.
You're running.
He's only running 30 yards. He can run 30 yards in 8 seconds. How many shots are you going to take in 8 seconds?
Okay.
A whole hopper full.
So-
no
No,
doubt.
You only
Are we
with
running
a
after him?
$2,000 paintball gun. Yeah,
Are we running after him?
No, you're standing.
running. No. You're standing at a
Fixed.
distance, and
Yeah.
he just runs
So he's 30 yards away running across.
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be kind of.
That's stupid.
30 yards
kinda
away.
tough.
10 paintballs is
I
dumb.
didn't pick it.
30 yards away. 30 yards distance for him to run.
Right. That's still only you only get 10 shots.
What do you want to
Well, then you
chase
better
him
fucking
and
shoot good.
fucking
If I'm only getting 10 shots, yes, I want to chase him.
No.
If he's running 30 yards in front of us for 30 yards, I want a whole fucking hopper.
No.
That would be hilarious if
All
what
right.
you have to do on an Oakland Hall Road in front of the neighborhood, you just start chasing Dennis and just unloading on his ass.
She's waited.
No, we'll be on the
Say
Facebook
where
page.
we all
There's guys out there with paintball guns running down the street.
Someone call the cops.
I'm gonna
They
call the
tried,
cops.
they tried to jump out in
Yeah.
front of me.
I'm gonna call the cops. Say I don't know these dudes. They just freaking trying to beat me up and mug me, not getting shot with a paintball gun.
Cops will have you on the ground
Everybody
faster than
be
they
on
did Tyreek Hill.
lockdown.
Brolay podcast. I've never heard of her.
Dude, that whole
Take
the
your hoodie
whole
off real
fucking
quick.
dude, that whole dog situation was wild.
Yeah, it was wild.
Dude, Cassidy was freaked out of that dude staying in front of the neighborhood with a knife.
That is pretty creepy.
That was fucking nuts.
Yeah.
So, did you hear about the dog thing? They killed the cat. The dogs were running around the neighborhood and killed a cat over here.
I don't have Facebook, so I'm not.
Lauren's
So-
literally on the HOA and she doesn't tell you anything.
No. She
So-
says I don't care.
2 dogs got loose.
Two Rottweilers.
2 Rottweilers got loose from the neighborhood next door, which they get out all the time. Well, apparently they attacked somebody's cat and killed it. And then when they were, because people were posting on Facebook, oh my God, there's dogs outside. And then somebody knew the owner. So they texted them or called them, whatever, told them that their dog was loose. Well, I guess the lady's husband was home and always lets the dog out. And apparently the owner of the cat came to the neighborhood where the dogs were at and he had a knife out when
Yeah,
Cassidy
here,
was.
Cassidy was leaving.
He was right at the front of the neighborhood.
yeah,
Dude with a cat was
He's
about
just
to
stand-
murder the other.
He's just standing there with a knife in his hand at the beginning of the neighborhood, and we're right here.
yeah.
What was he gonna do? Like this?
Kill the dog, like stab
Kill
the
the
dog.
kill the
She
dog.
said that
those dogs would
when I
murder
first
him before he had a chance.
when I
to
first
stab
heard
him.
of it, I thought that he was like there was like a separate incident. But if you think about it, maybe he had that knife out in case the dogs try to approach him.
Oh,
Because
for sure.
they said that the dogs
Yeah,
were
but
over
why did he
laying
even
down.
come over here?
No, because he drove his car.
Yeah, he
parked his car
yeah,
and got
Cassidy
out
said it was
where the
like,
dogs
dude,
were.
some lady was in the front seat, like not good, and he was outside of the car with the knife, like looking at the dogs, like shaking. And I told her, I was like, dude, you need to
Was
call
the
cops.
lady
'Cause
the
I
owner?
thought the same thing. I didn't know if it was
Was the
It had
lady
to do
the
with the
owner of the
dogs.
dogs?
no.
you don't know?
No, well, no, I don't know.
She was probably
I
the
don't
cat owner.
know. Yeah,
Distraught her cat.
I mean,
just died.
yeah,
Okay.
must have been. But it was. I'm the one that told her to call the cops.
But dude, you got
'Cause I
no
didn't know
brains
what
in your
I
head.
didn't know what it was.
If you think a knife is going to defend you from 2 full-size Rottweilers,
Them Rottweilers were never gonna. They're not gonna attack.
Hey, I'll take my chances, honestly.
With a knife?
Yeah. I mean, it'd be better
put
than
it
a
in the
gun.
punishment jar.
No.
Dude.
No.
We should put a dog attack. Get suited up.
No chance.
Police, yes.
I would do that before getting shot with a paintball gun.
What?
Where are we?
I'm gonna have no protection. You got full on suit. That
Why are you so
protects from
afraid of a
that.
paintball gun?
You don't have any protection. You've already negotiated 10 fucking paintballs. You said you want a face mask and a neck guard.
I'm
What
gonna
else do
start
you
negotiating lower. 5 paintballs.
Look, for
This is
every
getting weak.
for
I'll
every
trade.
paintball you want to remove.
Deal. I don't know what I'll get next. But
I already
deal.
told you I would be the test dummy running out there.
Hey,
All
we'll
right.
we'll drop off a paintball for every $20 you give us. What's it worth?
$200.
Cough it up.
I mean, I don't have cash on me, but
You pay
I'll bet
200.
you.
You'd rather pay $200 than get shot
look,
with paintballs.
I'll give y'all
I'm not taking it.
2 free $100 winners this weekend. Call it even.
Nope.
Coastal.
Hold on. Say that again.
No,
Fade Coastal.
I'll give you 2 guaranteed winners this weekend.
What if they don't win?
Bet $100 on them.
20 paintballs.
What if they don't win?
20
Hold on.
paintballs.
Hold on. What if they don't win?
Then you shouldn't have listened to me.
Whole hopper.
Whole hopper.
Whole hopper.
No.
That is so weak.
No, it's not. That's smart. It's called negotiating.
It's weak.
I'm winning.
You sound like a grade A PUSSY, not wanting to get shot with a paintball gun.
That's fair.
Did you ever play paintball as a kid?
Why don't
Yeah, that shit hurts.
Why don't we let him redraw?
No, I'll do it. I'll do it. It's just 10 paintballs. But if y'all get it, you're going to appreciate the fact that it's only 10 paintballs. And that's true.
No, honestly, I want y'all to just unload on me. No, 10 paintballs is weak, dude.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
All right, 10 it is. But am I shooting?
Look, I got nothing to prove. Yeah, y'all figure out who's shooting. I don't care.
I feel like we should take this to 2 free $100 bets.
I didn't say free $100 bets. I'd give you a winner. You got to put your own money on it.
What?
Yeah.
No.
When they win, that's $200.
And again, what happens if it fucking loses?
10 paintballs.
Your negotiation strategy is terrible
Well,
because that's not even negotiable.
when there's 10 paintballs in that hopper, we'll see how.
Yeah, there's going to be 10 in there.
There'll be 10
There's going
frozen
to be fucking
paintballs.
10 of them.
I'll be dodging y'all.
Well, can we put a
you-
couple like we gotta have a couple extras because some of them might break.
Well, then y'all better not get some scrub ass gun. Tony says he's got a buddy that does paintball. He's gonna give you like the fucking Angel Halo 5000 or something.
yeah.
It's like,
What'd you say? You ended up at the Tipman 5000 or whatever you brought that up the other day? Like,
yeah.
I
Dude,
haven't heard that name.
that was a hot lick.
I haven't heard
I was
that.
Titman 98.
shit.
Dude, I was
So did
big.
I.
I was big into paintball.
That's
back in the
like
day.
that's like 99 2000.
Yeah. I had
Maybe
one.
before that. Maybe
had that-
98.
It had that automatic.
Maybe it was a Tipman 98.
Feeder
Was that what
on
it
it.
was?
That was everybody's like first
Yeah,
starter gun.
Yeah, but then they came out with a Tipman A5.
Yeah,
it was
that
the
was the
A5,
back-
and
yeah.
it had like an automatic, spinner on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they came out with they had the Angel paint. Those things were badass.
Yeah, they were like $1,200.
I'm gonna hit up my buddy and get his gun.
That's fine. You still get 10 shots. So
Yeah, I mean, whenever we can get
Whatever.
it. If I can link up with this guy, then I can get him. But if you have somebody it's closer, more convenient, you can do that too.
He's got high dollar shit. He might not let us fucking. I don't know.
well, where are we going to
The
dinner?
only-
Y'all
the
are so
guy-
worried
the
about my
guy-
10 paintballs. Where are we going to dinner?
We're going to
getting for
Jerry's,
dinner?
man. We're gonna get takeout at Jerry's.
I am not getting fucking takeout for his bet.
No.
We're going somewhere.
I mean, with the schedule being so tight, we need to parlay it into multiple events. I know you talked about doing the whiskey thing,
We'll do a content day.
or we'll do sportsbook day.
So we're talking a lot of days here.
That's what I'm saying. Like we're not going to be able to have all these days.
Well, let's just scrap them and just do a sportsbook day.
I'll get you dinner.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
You can
what
have some whiskey at the
I was
sportsbook.
going to
Y'all
add
can
to
throw
the
your
jar.
$100 bills at me as we run out of the casino.
I think y'all would like this one, but you're not going to like it if you get it. Especially you two. Is you would have to remain sober and not bet any money, but you would have to drive. You're the driver, the DD, taking us to MGM.
A sober's
You can't.
easy.
You can't bet, and you have to be our designated driver.
That's easy.
I'll take that.
I'll do that.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, me and you would take that. That'd be
Can I
easy.
swap for-
These two goddamn
Can I
degenerates
swap
over
for-
here, they'll be biting their
swap
fingernails
that
all the
I
time.
love to gamble. I just lose it in 5 minutes.
I'll easily do that because MGM just takes my money anyway. I'll do that for free. Y'all let me know when you want to go.
Great. Dennis is driving.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
You want to go right now?
No, I got to work tomorrow.
Michael's legitimately thinking of it.
Nope. Got to work.
Just a couple hours ain't gonna hurt.
What, tomorrow after work?
I can't do it.
No, we need to figure out when we can go there on like a Saturday and watch college football.
Yeah.
I think that's the move, but it's gonna have to be.
Saturdays are tough, bro. I won't be able to do that.
I know we all got sports, and then with your work
Honestly, I
schedule-
got Saturday and Sunday sports, so it's going to have to be a Friday.
Friday night
Friday night.
lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Thursday night games, Friday night games.
I don't hate that actually because we'll be there less time, which is probably for the best.
Mhm.
The only thing
Friday night we
the only
will.
thing that's gonna suck is waking up Saturday morning early to go to the field, but
I mean,
we
just,
can push through.
we can just be responsible adults, right?
Yeah,
I don't know about this less time thing because it doesn't close. So
What do you mean last
there's-
time?
it's not like we've ever gone there and only been there for an hour.
yeah, that's true. Our bedtimes are 9 and 10, but when you start breathing into that casino air, it's like
It is different.
you are revived.
Yeah, they
Next
call
thing-
something.
Next thing you know,
Judge
it's
did
3
not hit a
a.m.
home run, by the way.
Did he even get a hit?
No idea.
What's what's gonna happen to San Fran? Like what will they with what's his name?
CMC?
No. The hell was that guy's name?
Let the clutch
Sunday.
out.
What the hell was his
CMC.
name? The running back Sunday who replaced
Oh,
CMC.
Mason?
Yeah, Jordan Mason.
Jordan Mason. He looked like a stud.
Well, he did an interview saying that he knew Friday that he was starting, and they have
Oh, I
to. The
forgot
team
about that.
has to let everybody, I guess, the league know that he was starting, and he.
Yeah,
and
what's
they
the
didn't.
policy on that? Like, when do you need to know in advance? Because I don't really.
They have to let the league know, and they didn't. So I don't.
Yeah, they have to disclose them on the injury
Yeah.
report like anytime there's
Yeah.
an injury. And if they find out there's not, then they get like, I think they can lose draft picks.
I know, but were they still hoping that CMC was going to play limited and
It doesn't
be the
problem-
backup, or just not be the starter?
But the problem is they let him know Friday. It's not even.
They told him that
CMC.
he was going to be starting on Friday.
Yes,
But
that's the
again,
problem.
was
Was
CMC still going to play a limited role and see how he feels, type of thing? That's how they can probably
They can
spin
get out of
that.
that.
Was
They
he
can-
listed as questionable
Mm-mm.
all week?
Mm-mm.
Well, how could he not be listed as questionable if he already knew he wasn't playing on Friday?
What was his belly hurting? What?
No,
was the
he
deal?
so this I just somebody
calf,
sent
I
me
think.
this. 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan says running back Christian McCaffrey has Achilles tendonitis. And then they put in this, like the actual signs and symptoms. It says it takes at least 2 to 3 months for it to fully recover.
Wow.
That ain't good.
So when they first came out with the report, they were saying that he's probably not likely to play this coming week either.
Yeah. Do any of y'all have McCaffrey on fantasy?
No. But it
Kyle-
screwed everybody
well-
because that was a Monday night game, so everybody's banking on him playing.
Yeah.
Well, Shanahan
Tough.
said that nothing changed with his injury this week. It's just that some days he wakes up and it feels fine, and then other days it lingers in pain. And he said on Monday it just was hurting him more than we were willing to risk for him to play, so we made him inactive.
Yeah, that's smart.
I don't know if this is true or not, but I read something on Twitter where it was either FanDuel or DraftKings. They had Jordan Mason in there for anytime touchdown, but he had no prop plays at all. And he wasn't even on like the rushing yards, receiving yards, nothing. But they had him as an anytime touchdown. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. That was just the stuff that I was reading on Twitter.
No.
But of course, like people chiming in, it's like Vegas is in on it. They knew Jordan Mason was going to pretty much start, but still had all the McCaffrey plays in there, and all these people put in tickets. It's still voids in the same sense, but Some people
I
are.
don't see how that would benefit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Well, you're putting in a parlay with CMC in it. You're betting on the odds that are there with him in there, and then it voids out, so it could turn, your parlay pretty much upside down at that point. Especially if you have him as a touchdown or 100+ yards or something like that, where the odds will be somewhat silly and have everything else play. It was just the stuff that was coming out on Twitter.
How long before the game were those odds supposedly not there? Because I did see people with Mason odds, like before the news broke, that they had bet on, which is rushing yardage.
There's no way they were on there. Because they pulled the whole ticket. Because once that report came out, I was sitting at the place last night, and all the San Fran bets were locked once they gave the news that he wasn't playing. They pulled every player from it. He was not on there at all for rushing yards, receiving, nothing.
I've seen betting tickets of people betting it before it was locked when his total was at 16.5 rushing yards. It was 3 hours before the CMC news broke.
I would have loved to have had that.
I would have loved to, yeah.
That maybe it was in there. I never saw that at all because I was even looking for the Brock Purdy rushing yards. He wasn't in there at first, and then it ended up popping up. I would say probably about like an hour and a half, 2 hours before the game.
What was that? FanDuel? You said
we were standing in
FanDuel.
the driveway.
All right. This might have been.
Mason.
What's the one in Florida? Hard Rock Bet or something.
Well,
here,
that dude that dude had a game.
That just goes that just goes deeper into it because if he was in it on one of the sports books, Vegas already knew about it. Why didn't the public know about it?
The thing is,
Good
with
point.
the Shanahan zone run scheme, like it doesn't matter who you plug and play in there. Doesn't matter who.
Yeah.
Jordan Mason,
But still,
Christian
you're not
McCaffrey.
betting him.
Clinton Portis.
Nobody is betting him. They're betting Kyle Juszczyk or whatever his name is, and then
How did he
CMC.
not score a touchdown?
Dude,
Dude,
he
he
was
should've.
this close.
He should have.
He was this close.
I thought
He
you were going
caught-
to have that one.
Dude, he was. I had him too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and I had a Brock Purdy. I had a Brock Purdy TD. Too.
I had him too.
But
You did too.
dude, he caught that ball, that deep ball, and was this close
Yeah.
to getting in. This fucking close.
If Purdy hit him in stride, he would have scored for sure.
yeah,
But he had to
yeah.
turn his body and then he fell
and then he
backwards.
fell.
So
Yep.
he landed like
fell
2
to
yards.
the 2 yard line.
and then they gave it to, I think, Mason for one
Jordan
run.
Mason,
he,
yep.
he got stuffed.
Yep.
And then Devo got the end
Devo,
around and
yeah.
scored.
Dude, he was so damn close.
That would have been nice.
I was pumped.
I had it 15-1 before McCaffrey was even out.
How much did you have on 100?
$100. I had a free play.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think I put 25.
Damn, how many free plays did you
I
have?
put it 25.
They
on it
refunded
at-
like one of my McCaffrey or two. Well, it wasn't a free play. I bet on McCaffrey and they refunded them.
Oh, so that was.
So I felt free.
Sounds free.
Yeah,
I think that was a good bet.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I was stoked that Brees Hall scored the first touchdown. Got that.
Yeah, especially if it's
got
on
that
like a third
sweat
down.
out of the way.
Third down, and they're on like the freaking half-yard line.
Yeah,
Dude, they didn't even
Stuff
have
it.
him in. They didn't. Yeah,
Because he scored in the
They
Super
didn't
Bowl.
even have him in.
Didn't he score in the
goal line
Super Bowl?
plays.
I believe he scored in the Super Bowl because of that.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think like if his odds are 15-1 every week, if he scores 2 touchdowns and you bet him every week, you profit 1,500
Yeah,
or 1,300 on the season. That's
I mean, I
pretty
don't
profitable.
think he's gonna score 2 touchdowns with all.
But
the
are you going to bet him
offensive
$100 every week?
Well, it's going to
You
be
know what I mean?
expensive, but I mean, shit, God, you hit it in like week 6.
Yeah.
Whew. Depends on how flush the account is. If the account's flush,
So you're saying, let me just reiterate this: if you bet him $100 every week
At
to score at
15-1.
15-1, and it hits at least twice, you're in the green for sure.
way in the green.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably like $1,300.
Yeah, but do you think he'll be 15-1 after this weekend? I mean,
Not with McCaffrey out, probably not, because he moved. What'd you get it at 900?
yeah.
So, just tells you.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Right on.
we got some good games this week. I haven't even really looked at it. Who y'all play? Who's Dallas play, Michael?
Dallas plays.
We play the Giants, and as bad as the Giants looked, if we lose to the Giants, we're just down bad.
If we lose to the Giants, I'm wearing purple in the next podcast.
Dude,
I'm
did
just
you see
saying
them? Did you see them chirping? What's his name walking out?
Danny Dimes?
Oh, dude,
He's
not
so
good.
bad.
So bad.
Not good, man.
So bad. He shouldn't even be starting right now.
He's got more money than we'll ever have, but he's probably so low.
Somebody was asking him to borrow $1 million.
Well, see, the thing is with the Commanders, man, they always play down
Oh,
to
the
competition.
Giants always own us.
I know.
The Giants have dominated us since I can remember.
I know.
No matter how good
Their
their team
defense just comes out and just like clobbers our
is.
offense.
And Danny Dimes turns into
then-
Michael Vick.
Yeah, next thing you know, or even when we played Eli too. Like I didn't
Oh, yeah.
personally think Eli was a good quarterback. He knew how to like work the system and to manage the game a little bit. But I just did not see. I don't think he was a good quarterback.
Carved us
but
up.
he would always come in and just. We would look like a goddamn peewee. We look like damn little Giants.
Look like Boston Market, just carving us up one piece at a time.
The line should tell you everything you need to know. I mean, they're only a 1.5 point home favorite.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
terrible.
bad because you're getting 3 points just for being at home. So you're basically saying the Giants are a better team
Our
on a
favorite.
neutral
Yeah.
field. I mean, that's what that line says.
I might have to go with the Commanders on that one. I'm sorry.
I might have to just stay away.
Got
But
to.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
the Cowboys are playing the Saints at home, 6.5 point favorites.
Yep.
That'll be a good game. Saints look pretty good.
Hey, this Thursday, the Thursday night game is going to be good. Bills at Dolphins.
Saints were also actually playing the Panthers. The Panthers look like garbage.
Dolphins, 2.5
Miami,
point favorites.
2.5. Yep.
Who, Miami?
In Miami, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to just bet Tyreek Hill for a touchdown and
Tyreek and Josh Allen.
one arrest and a touchdown for Tyreek.
Why I
that
did
video
bet a
is-
Josh Allen touchdown this past week was just
I
stupid.
talked myself out of it.
I
too.
know, I did.
Those videos do not look good for Miami Police Department, whatever the hell, whatever.
Miami Dade.
No, that dude definitely needs to be fired.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
hate
he came in hot.
I hate cops like that.
Dude, he came in hot.
Cops like that can kiss my ass.
Yeah.
I am a full-on cop supporter. I love the police, but it's bad people like him that just
Well, he was
they
treated.
put a bad stain on that.
Dude, he arrested 2 more people, 2 other teammates that day. What's his name left? But they put the first guy who showed up in cuffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Calais Campbell.
Yeah.
Was it
funny-
Calais Campbell? Is that who it was?
Yeah.
That's a big dude,
That's
too.
a
He's
big
like
guy.
6'8",
Yeah.
like 3 something.
Yeah. The first thing that Miami-Dade Police Department came out with a statement saying, we want to be completely clear, they were never under arrest, right? In that
fucking video,
footage,
he said it multiple
they're,
fucking times.
they're saying to Calais, your friend's under, because they're asking them to move Calais' car.
Yeah.
And they're like, your friend's under arrest, move the car. So, okay, they're under arrest, but they're not.
But they're not.
Okay, cool.
And then
Makes sense.
the dude who arrested Tyreek was like, "Okay, now you're under arrest." And he
But you're
then he
not.
asked for his ID, and
But you're not.
They kind of video.
I guess the video from
But
the
there was a guy before that too, before Calais Campbell.
Johnny
Yeah.
Smith.
Yeah,
Imagine being the other cops on the scene. You pull this guy out of this fancy car,
and see who
and
it
you're
is.
like, "Oh no, this is Tyreek Hill." And then the other guy just comes in hot, like doesn't even know he's just being
Oh,
a
yeah.
dickhead and just trying to slam him to the ground and everything. And you're like, "Oh man, I guess I got to kind of like go along with this."
I know, and
But
he
you're
was-
like, "Fuck, we are going to be on the news. We're under investigation. My job is done."
Yeah, and Tyreek was like, "You're just arresting a black man," something like that. He's like, "I'm dark too. I'm a person of color too." I'm like,
The cop said that.
Yeah, I was like, "This is
Was
not,
he? I just
yeah.
thought the guy was tatted up. That's what
I
it
think
looked
they
like.
were
Nah.
Hispanic or
Yeah, they were all like Cuban or
Cuban.
I'm pretty sure I've seen one of them reach for their phone and pull Tyreek out of their starting lineup. Put him on the bench.
I bet he did.
Well, the other cops that were
Shit.
probably standing by watching that were probably like, "We hate that fucking cop. Just go ahead and let him do that. Like, we just
Oh yeah,
Yeah, if this what takes him to get fired, yeah, fucking go ahead, you
go ahead,
dumbass.
rinse his dumb ass."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing against them this
idiot.
week in fantasy. You get them.
Right? Yeah.
what a shit show.
Yes, someone's getting
Such a bad
someone's getting
look.
fired, or they should at least.
I mean, the police are already getting the body cam footage before the public does. How are you as a police chief? How do you see that and not fire the fucking guy right away? Like, I get there's an investigation and stuff that needs to be done. You're done, dude. I'll take the hit on this one. Like,
Well,
see you later.
It was all over. He was just not that it's okay, but he was just speeding.
Speeding
from
and
what I
in a
understand.
seatbelt. That's why
Yeah.
they were like being.
It wasn't
it's
like he was driving like an ass, I mean,
Well, I mean,
like
he
reckless.
is in
recklessly,
a
but
$250,000 car or however much it is.
Yeah, I mean, from the footage, him saying that don't hit my window like that. So he's being rude, disrespectful, but it's not a crime to be rude to a police officer.
No, it's not.
no.
So you can't physically put your hands on someone for being rude.
No, and I don't have to roll my window down either to talk to you.
No.
Well, and I feel
And
like
he cracked it.
Yeah,
he cracked
he
it,
did.
but then the dude kept
Yeah.
fucking banging on the window.
I feel like it's their job. Like, I'm not a cop, so I'm not judging.
Yeah.
I'm not in that scenario, but I feel like it's their responsibility when the opportunity presents itself to de-escalate situations.
For
It
sure.
looked like they
Yeah.
were literally just waiting for him to slip up the
Yeah.
slightest to just
He-
Yeah.
rip him on the ground.
He
Like,
came in hot.
And
I mean, I see.
He
it a
wasn't
lot.
even the guy that was originally talking to him. The dude who ended up arresting him came and pushed the other guy out of the way, and then got all was getting all irate. It was
I get from a safety standpoint, his windows being dark tinted.
Yeah,
you know,
for
you don't know
sure.
what
You
he's
don't
doing behind
know.
the
Yeah.
window.
Miami though.
But-
You can do whatever you want.
You as a police officer, you put yourself in that that risky situation. So, I mean,
Hey,
But that doesn't
he-
make it
and
okay
he was still
for you to,
he was still complying at that point. Like if he's not complying, then it's a little different.
There's
you
a
still
reason-
shouldn't drag him out of the vehicle and throw him on the ground immediately. But you can maybe forcefully open the door. It's
There's only one reason why a situation gets escalated like that is because the cop probably came up initially pissed because he didn't like the way he was driving or whatever. Don't know the full situation leading up to it. So when you're coming in hot to the person that you're pulling over, they're not going to respect anything you're saying because you're already being a dickhead. So he's probably just being a dickhead back, and it's like, that's my right to do that. You don't need to come at me. I'm a grown ass man. You don't need to talk to me like that, and then at that point, they're still escalating. So when like you said, you have to, as a police officer, you have to know, especially in the times that we're in, to start de-escalating the situation from the beginning. People are already on edge getting pulled over. And especially, I can't really speak on the subject, but if you're a person of color in this day and age, of course, everything that gets put out there, you're going to be 100% on edge because you don't know what this person's going to do to you. Right. So again, I can't really speak on that topic on that side, but in the line of work that I'm in, I see it a lot. And it, again, you have the good cops that are great, man. Get along with them great. But there's always that one guy on scene just saying stupid stuff. And it goes the same way with my job. There's plenty of people in my line of work that are just not good people, not people that you want coming to be at your side. And you just, as a person that you're on shift with, you got to be the one to de-escalate that. Hey man, I got this. You go sit in the ambulance for a minute. Because again, the public does stupid stuff, especially in areas that you're in. They're just, like I said, they're already on edge and they don't like you from the beginning. So they're already giving you an attitude. So when I have somebody give me an attitude like that, I'm like, listen, I'm here because you called me. If you need help, we're here to help you. But there are situations where it amps up a little bit and it does get annoying. I'm telling you right now, there's people out there with my job where it's like, this is ridiculous, man. This is very annoying. I don't want to be here. You called me and now you want to be a dickhead to me. It's just not right. So I do get situations like that with police officers because I can put myself in that situation. But that was seeing the body cam footage, man, that pissed me off. I just who are you, dude? What privilege recruit school did you go through that bred you like that?
Well, I feel like too, a lot of times, even the Scotty Scheffler incident, you find out that the cop that did some shit like that has also been involved in multiple incidents. So this isn't the first time. It's not the second time. It's the third time. This is what they do. And these are the situations that they put themselves in. So 9 times out of 10, the situation just flushes itself out.
Yeah.
Hopefully they turn it into a positive.
it's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Doesn't have to be like that. And being who it was, I mean,
Yeah, especially
cameras everywhere.
especially when
it's
you-
not
dude,
good, dude.
there
it's
is
not
no
good.
way, I don't care who you are, especially as a man, There is no way you pull this guy out the car and you don't know who the hell he is in the city of Miami.
Even just when you pull somebody out of a $250,000 car, you got to think there's somebody somewhere.
Yeah.
So you would exercise the utmost caution,
Yes.
knowing they're probably going to be well represented or have the ability to represent themselves. So you would think you would want to protect the police department at that point and be of the highest standards, especially with wearing a body camera. Knowing this day and age, that stuff's going to come out. So heavy is the head that wears a crown. You've got a lot of responsibility as a police officer. You got to be the bigger and the better person. That's what you sign up for. That's why you wear the badge.
Man. Yeah.
So if you can't handle it, then find another career. And it sounds like this guy's probably going to have fun.
You are in the business of public safety.
Service, yeah.
You are a public servant. I am here to serve you. Again, situations are testing your patience at all times. But at the same time, you have to remain professional and just get through the situation.
Yep.
And end it like, okay, it's either you want to do this or we're going to do this.
Yeah, got to be the bigger person.
And half the time, police officers these days, they don't want to do it. Situations like that, they don't want to pull people over. They don't want to arrest people because they know the ramifications they're going to do on the back end. Mm-hmm. They're going to be put in the limelight. The body cam is going to be reviewed. Like they know all that stuff. So why even do it? Why go out and put myself in that situation? Yeah.
Well, with everything being on footage now with cameras, they make one wrong move and that's their career. Not only their career, you can get sued, you can go to jail as a police officer trying to protect if you make one bad decision or step over the line, one time. So
you think you'd be more cautious?
Yeah, you should be. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that dude was a dick to everybody.
Oh yeah. So he woke up and chose violence, like no doubt about it.
On the flip side though too is his situation should also be looked at too. Like, why is he acting like this? Is there something going on in his life to where this might have been adding up or adding fuel to the fire?
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? Because that could have been what it is too. And again, I've seen some things where people are just having a bad day. They woke up, they're fighting with their wife or sick kids or what. Everybody has a bad day. But again, you signed up for that. You are a public servant. It doesn't matter what goes on. You have to learn to turn that shit off.
Right.
I turn everything off when I go to work with at home. I don't bring my home shit to work.
You got to, or you're going to end up on the news or you'll end up dead.
Yeah.
Well, it's safe to say that police department's reputation is tarnished for quite some time. I mean, even if Tyreek had done something, much more aggressive than the situation or the camera showed, I mean, Miami Dolphins fans are going to ride behind him no matter what. So the fact that it showed that he was not really in the wrong, man, that's just, you got pretty much everybody against the police department now down there until a change is made, I think.
Well, especially for just a speeding violation, you could have just been like, "Hey, dude, look, I know you're frustrated. I know you're upset."
Yeah, and you're gonna get all those people out there. Oh, well, he should have just rolled his window down. Da, 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 da. Like,
you're right, he should have. But at the same time, the situation was already escalated.
Yeah.
So in Tyreek's defense, he was closing the conversation.
It's not like he knocked on the window.
We're not going down that route.
Give me a license, please. Like,
you pulled me over for speeding. Just give me a ticket, and we can be on our way.
Yeah.
You're still getting mad because he rolled his window up, and you're just angry to be angry.
Well, his lawyer said that when he rolled his window back up after he gave him his license, he was putting his seatbelt on because they said you don't have a seat, you're not wearing your seatbelt. And then he was.
I mean, it's kind of stupid. Why put your seatbelt on when they already see you without a seatbelt?
Well, I mean, that's just like second nature, isn't it? To just put your seatbelt on.
No, if I get pulled over and I don't have a seatbelt on, I'm not putting my seatbelt on.
No, I
have done the whole sneak over as the cop is behind me. But I've never been like, oh, you're at the window and you're like, oh, you ain't got a seatbelt. I'm like, oh, shit, I don't.
Well, and honestly, if I drive past a speed trap, I'm not the type that slams on my brakes because I'm like, by the time I see him, he's already seen me. It's too fucking late. So
I already got you.
You're going to get me. You're going to get me. I mean, if I was speeding, I was speeding.
Right on.
Let's go back to football. We're in the green for this week. So we do have some play money still.
Yes, we do.
Are we hammering the Thursday night game?
Are we allowed to not?
I don't know. You tell me.
I know. I think you should be the one to tell us.
I mean, y'all were the fucking Little sissies when it came to it.
So what are we doing? Are we
I'm
allowed to not bet the
asking. That's why
or do we have to?
I want to make sure that it's okay.
I'm okay.
For everyone listening, there was a debate last week. Tony wants to bet every single time a sporting event is on.
So no.
Every
So
event.
time out.
I'm kidding.
We discussed this in our first podcast last year. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. We did 1 p.m. games. We never did college. Okay, so let's start there.
That's true.
We never did college as a Brolay. We bet the 1 p.m. games, 4 p.m. games, Sunday night football, and Monday night football.
And Thursday.
Well, Thursdays came into the mix because since we were betting the Sunday night. In fact, I don't even think we were betting the Monday night football games because we were trying to stay away from just the 1 games at first. But we were definitely betting the 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and then either Sunday night or Monday night or adding them together. So when y'all threw this on me that we're doing this week-long fucking Brolay and just doing one, that threw me off completely. Like if we want to do college, that's fine. I just didn't agree with adding college into the NFL, especially when we were doing player props, because college, you don't bet player props. You bet the spread or money line or points. Mm-hmm. We were betting majority of the things last year as prop bets with the NFL. Again, correct me if I'm wrong.
You are correct.
Yeah.
So,
but I think it would be more profitable long term if we bet less Brolays, and the fact that people are now following our play somewhat, I feel like we're obligated to
put our best bets in one play.
Yeah, it's much easier to pick out a best bet when you're looking at 15 games versus 4 in the 1 o'clock window or 5 in the 1 o'clock window, and then you got 3 in the 4 o'clock window.
Yeah,
I mean, there's winners obviously in there, but we're trying to pick locks, not just somebody I just think might do okay.
But my thing is when the hell did this conversation come up that we were doing that?
We talked about it last week before the podcast, and then we all agreed, and then the only thing we talked about was that we liked how our first parlay that we did, it dragged on through the weekend.
Yeah.
And that was college. That was college football that we were doing.
But you could have mixed in
to college.
We could mix in NFL. Like if you want to do NFL and we want to do college, we could do that, and it still stretches across.
It was college because NFL hadn't started yet. But
exactly,
I get what you're saying.
That's why we did that. That's what we picked.
I thought we were all on the same page with. We liked how it dragged out.
I liked how it dragged out in that sense. But my thing is with just doing one parlay, we're not going to gain any.
$1,000.
Let's keep it the way we just did it last week, at least until I don't know. You see if anybody comments and says they like to do it otherwise.
Maybe we'll put a survey out or something.
A poll.
Or a poll, yeah.
Who's going to take the poll? Fucking 5 people?
That's fine.
Maybe 3.
There's the 5 people that are listening. They're the important ones.
Probably won't even get that. I don't even get likes on our Instagram post.
Hey, every time we lost to Brolay, did you get a text from any of your boys? Loser again.
Yeah, absolutely. I get a text every fucking time.
Every time.
But guess what also I get? I get a text, hey, what's the Brolay doing for this 1 p.m. game? What's the Brolay doing for 4 p.m.? What's Brolay doing for Monday Night Football?
And then you tell them.
I can show you all those texts right now. They're asking because they want to fucking see more.
All right.
And then they will bust our balls if we don't hit it to begin with. But I tell them all the time, just like I've been saying, like we all say, it's hard to hit a parlay. That's why we gamble. That's why we gamble.
Yeah, I mean,
but what if we did a Thursday night? We all come to a consensus on a pick. One pick.
One play.
1 p.m., 4 p.m., Sunday night, Monday night. All just one.
And straight.
I mean, we could still do it, bro. I'm down for.
Not financial advice, but if you want to know what we're thinking, where we're leaning when it comes to picks outside of the Brolay, you could always DM us and obviously text us if you have our number.
I do like the idea of posting like plays we're all in agreement and confident on as called a
like a straight bet,
Brolay builder to build up your bankroll, something like that. Just one straight bet that's or even just one touchdown part. So like you had Breece Hall last night.
Yeah, if we all came to consensus Breece Hall was going to score, then we all just hammer it.
Throw it out there on Instagram.
I like that.
along with the Brolay.
Right. That way you
Yeah,
give
just
somebody
something that we're feeling.
That's what I just
Guarantee bet.
Yeah.
Firing off parlays just gets expensive quick.
Yeah, and at some point, people are going to want to see you win. So
Yeah,
you can't just keep losing all the time.
I feel like I'm tired of losing. So
Hey,
Be
on
better,
a personal level and in the Brolay level.
this time last week, Tony said the same thing, and now look at him smiling.
I'm not smiling. I'm not smiling.
All right,
Money's
so
already gone.
let us know what you think, and if you want, I guess.
No, do
They
it.
won't.
You don't have a choice. Tell us what you think.
Yep. All right, boys, let's wrap this up. NFL Week 2 coming up. Excited. Hopefully, we get a Boys Day on the books soon. And yeah, like and subscribe, guys.
Let's get this Brolay dub this week.
Let's do it.
Or let's get 5 or 6 of them.
And maybe we'll throw out another money line underdog parlay.
Let's
too.
let's bet the underdog
That
again.
was keep that going. Yeah, that was
Fuck it.
fun.
Why not?
Tread lightly.
See you next week.